Hi guys, this is El. So before I start with my project 2 documentation, I will first show you my proposals. So the project prompt was, what is an object or tool that is most useful to you? So my answer to this is my F2F is cat survival kit collection. So I presented 4 different objects, which was flip-flops, hand fan, wallet, and my prescription eyeglasses. So those were the important objects that I've used through different moments when I was an away from home freshman at PUP Manila. So the approved ones were the hand fan and the wallet, but I chose to do the hand fan instead. So why was this useful for me? So for context, PUP is a very hot place. A hand fan can be seen during noon and afternoon classes when it's the hottest, in a room where only one fan operates. Yes, that is good for 1 year, guys. So, if you have a hand fan, you are guaranteed to have a friend, really. Kasi either they become your personal electric fan, or you become theirs, or sanitan kayo kasi nangalay na kayo kakapaypay. Ganun. So we always joke about this in campus, but it feels like hell week every week because of how hot it is. Kasi guys, trust me, when PUPN say it's hot, it's really hot. So now here is my project documentation. So first I started with cutting up the plastics that I'll use. So I mainly use soft plastics for this one because I needed fan to be able to be folded up. So after cutting, I then drew a template on scratch paper and then traced it on my parchment paper. So I'll be able to see if I already have the shape that I wanted to while heat pressing it. Here I arranged plastic cuttings on the parchment paper with the template. So I first started heat pressing for my design called Temari, which is a fan designed like the fan used by Temari from Naruto. The design was fairly simple, 3 circles and a plain white background. It took me several layers to finish the fully white part of my Temari design because every time I fill in the holes in the middle, new holes will pop out, so I'll continuously fill in the holes, and as a result, it became thicker than expected. To attach the purple circles, I let the white part go first, and then I put the purple circles on top of the white part and then ironed it again. I did a fairly same process for my second design, which I call Ayaka, because its design is inspired from the Genshin Impact character named Ayaka's fan. So for the details, I heat pressed them separately and then I attached it on top of the yellow and blue base. For the next fan design, I did a collage of plastics. So I cut up pieces of plastics from different materials. So I mainly use polypropylene, soft plastics, low density polyethylene. I also heat press this but with a very low heat. For the fan handles, I utilized high density polyethylene. So here you can see that I used a Zonox bottle for the video, but the outcome of heat pressing it to flatten it did not seem good because it was thin and it became wavy because I used high heat. So I switched it with an HDPE that is much thicker. The design of the handle of the collage fan has rounded bottoms. And here I am assembling it using super glue and double-sided tape as my adhesives. The base for this fan design is very thin, so I was able to fold it. So in order to make it operate like a hand fan, I used the cutter to put little holes and a needle and thread to put it all together and enable it to fan out. For the tamarind design, its handles are rectangular. So because the tamarind Ayaka design space were too thick, so I glued the joints of the handles together and made it stationary. The handles of the Ayaka fan are made out of barbecue sticks instead. So here are the final look. First up is the collage. And here is the Temari fan. And lastly, the Ayaka fan. So that's it. Bye!